Hello and welcome back to Soulcaliber 3 for Yun-Seong's Cursed Tale of Souls. And if you like what you see and you want to see more Soulcaliber, then make sure you subscribe. Yun-Seong was searching for the Sword of Salvation, which was also rumoured to be a cursed sword. Recently, he had been staying at a watermill. There lived a sixth boy who apparently had knowledge of Soul Edge, a girl named Talim and a number of orphan children. One day, Talim announced her intention to perform a more drastic treatment. The boy refused, but Yun-Seong convinced him and the boy made a miraculous recovery. But one day, Talim suddenly left the watermill. Yun-Seong frantically made preparations to leave. The boy told Yun-Seong about the cursed sword and urged him to seek the truth. From the west came the tales of a vicious knight with an enormous sword. This man was said to be the wielder of Soul Edge. Shortly after leaving the city, Yun-Seong caught up to Talim. He coaxed her into travelling together, saying they would be more efficient than searching alone, and Yun-Seong resumed his search for Soul Edge, along with her. Talim seemed to think the sword was dangerous, because he knew that his properties changed depending on the wielder. He was sure he could convince her as they travelled. They entered Europe, the most likely place to find rumours of massacres caused by the cursed sword. The two of them travelled throughout Europe gathering information. There were rumours of incidents likely to have been caused by the cursed sword, but they were all events that had occurred several years in the past. There was nothing that would help them locate the sword now. Soul Edge was known as the ultimate weapon. Warriors in search of strength might know something about it, thought Yun-Seong. The two of them headed for the arena.
Two heroes finally meet under the Star of Destiny.
Alright, I'm getting pumped up! Why are you shaking?
Versus Gladiator. Fight!
Get
Kick.
out of
Ow.
here! You ready?
How did he duck under that? Yeah, see ya.
You win!
Not done yet? I guess you are.
Let's see what you've got.
Versus Rock. Fight!
Get up. How does my kick reach, but not my sword there? Come on, get up. I see you fly
Is that
there.
all you got?
You win!
That was totally worthless.
At the arena, they gained a small amount of money and a little information. Amongst what they learned were two items that might be useful. One rumour had it that the Azure Knight, the former wielder of Soul Edge, had reappeared. The other was about a warrior who had once received a message from an ancient god to destroy Soul Edge. Which one should they investigate? Investigate the warrior who had received a message from a god. Yun-Seong and Talim investigated the story of the Oracle Warrior and discovered that the message had come from an ancient Greek god. The two of them headed for Greece at once. When they stepped into the ancient temple, a swordswoman appeared before them. It seemed it was the Oracle Warrior herself. When Yun-Seong vowed he would not be overcome by the power of the cursed sword, the swordswoman requested that he demonstrate his strength and will.
A light of hope for the future shines in her eyes.
Okay, let's give it a go.
I'm ready to fight you.
Versus Sophitia. Fight!
Get out of here.
No. Get up. Boom. Boom.
You win!
I cut out halfway.
That was totally a joke.
Yun-Seong left the temple unconvinced by the woman's words. She had warned him that as he was now, he would be swallowed by the sword. In the end, they gained nothing in Greece. They pursued their remaining clue, the Azure Knight. The knight with the big sword whom they had heard of from the children had to be him. They headed to the ruins or shrines of their castle to pick up his trail. The Azure Knight had once dwelt there.
What are you? You look kind of funny. You don't belong in this place.
really think you can beat me? Let's see you try.
Versus Tira. Fight!
I duck. Oh, don't. Oh, I was gonna jump over her then.
You win!
That was totally worthless.
The enemy slipped away and ran. Yun-Seong stayed on guard for a while, but eventually relaxed his grip on his weapon and let out his breath. It seemed the girl was gone. Above his head, however, circled several black birds. He couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. Talim looked like she was still uneasy. Explore the castle. While searching for traces left by the Azure Knight, Talim discovered a fragment of the cursed sword. It was a large fragment and it was resonating with evil. If they traced this reaction, they would surely find more evil energy. Talim had misgivings about it, but Yun-Seong couldn't throw away this clue that might lead them to Soul Edge itself. He convinced Talim, and their journey continued. Eventually they arrived at a city in the countryside that was surrounded by armies.
Love and madness slowly intertwine.
I'm not gonna let up for a second.
You will have no chance to strike.
Versus Raphael. Fight!
Fight back.
Get out of here!
There you go. Oh, just seeing that move I just did with Yun-Seong, it's just like flashbacks of the Soulcaliber 4 tower and Spammer.
Get out of here!
You win!
Alright! No problem!
Yun-Seong felt like he was being watched. An Amy appearance.
The fighters face a gruesome quest to search for the ultimate sword.
Quit your yapping and let's get this fight started!
Versus Amy. Fight!
In the face.
You ready?
Off. Oh, almost. Stop sidestepping.
Get out of here!
He's regaining health from me as well. None of that. Yeah, stay down.
You win!
That was nothing! There's more where that came from!
They defeated the Lord who was stained with evil energy and set free the city that had fallen into chaos. But Soul Edge was not in that land. Tracing the reaction of the fragment, they travelled from land to land, exercising evil. One day, a man appeared before them who claimed to know the cursed sword. Yun-Seong and Talim headed to a clock tower that the man had designated as a meeting place, but Yun-Seong had a bad feeling about it. Their encounter with this man might be a trap. Now I have to lose this the first time.
Come, I shall hold a requiem for your soul.
Damn! What are you doing?
Ring out!
Oh yeah! Let's go!
Oh yeah!
Very well. This should be interesting.
Versus Zasalamel. Fight!
Oh. Whoa, I didn't know I can combo that.
Get out!
You win!
Hurry up and get back up here! You're still not done, right?
I think he is. Afterwards, the two continue their journey in search of the cursed sword. Eventually, they learned of someone who was investigating the incidents caused by the Azure Knight. Yun-Seong and Talim headed for the old Spanish capital of Toledo, where the man was said to live. The man surely knew things that would be valuable clues. When Yun-Seong and Talim arrived in the city, however, their eyes widened in surprise. The man's mansion was engulfed in flames. Is this the first curse path where after losing and winning to Zasalamel you don't go east?
Now two souls are fiercely entangled.
Come and get some!
versus assassin. Fight!
Easy on the combo there.
Get out of here!
Knockout.
Look at that! Now that's a proper combo.
You win.
These skills, it's all talent.
Yeah. They managed to put out the fire, but the suspicious figure who had probably started it got away. As a sign of his thanks, the mansion owner told them everything he knew. Yun-Seong and Talim could feel that they had come one step closer to the cursed sword. A short while after they left the city, Yun-Seong realised that something was wrong with his body. "I place my curse upon you." The words the man with the scythe had spoken as he left was apparently not an empty threat. Ignore the curse and continue the journey. Yun-Seong had shrugged it off at first, but the curse was taking its toll on his body. He grew exhausted, and his strength would not recover. If this continued, the curse would eventually take his life. Talim was using all the power she had to slow down its progress, but she could not remove it. The only way to save Yun-Seong's life was to defeat the man who had placed the curse. The two of them travelled across the land in search of the man with the scythe and arrived at a mansion on the outskirts of London.
She seeks the sword that may be her only salvation.
You ready to go down? Let's go!
Well, aren't we cheeky? This'll be fun.
Versus Ivy. Fight!
Chill. No. Go down!
Get out of here!
You win!
I just don't feel like losing today, you know?
They pressed the alchemist, insisting that the man with the scythe had been there. She eventually admitted it, but she claimed not to know where he was now. They had hit a dead end. Yun-Seong did not give up, however, and they wandered from land to land in search of information about the man. Eventually, they obtained information about him and followed it to an island country in the Far East called Japan.
He lives only to challenge his own strength.
I've been itching for a fight.
If you're going to stand in my way, you're dead.
Versus Mitsurugi. Fight!
Quicker on that. Boom! Ow. See ya.
You win!
How'd that last kick just go through him?
That was totally a joke.
Right before they entered Japan, they had the misfortune to be caught up in an ocean battle, but they succeeded in fighting their way out. Worried that they might have lost the man's trail, they sought information and learned that what they feared had come to pass. They realised they were following him and led them into a trap. Be wary of more traps. Search for him cautiously. Considering who they were dealing with, they would have to be careful. Yun-Seong and Talim steadily gathered information and pursued the trail of the man with the scythe. They returned once more to Europe, and as they approached the ruins in the ravine, Talim made up her mind. Yun-Seong's body was completely exhausted and it would not be possible for him to continue the journey, but Yun-Seong had no intention of giving up here. In order to stop Yun-Seong, Talim stepped forward and blocked his path.
The winds guide her with visions of the heavens.
Let's go!
Some things can only be conveyed through battle.
Versus Talim. Fight!
Alley-oop! Get out of here!
Oh, I just saved from a ring out there! Not myself though.
You versus Talim. Fight!
Alright, let's not have that happen again. Almost had a lossless run there. Stay down. Stay down.
You win!
That won't work on me!
Yun-Seong's show of physical prowess was enough to convince Talim, and they left the ruin in search of the man with the scythe. The two eventually arrived at the cathedral and stood quietly in a remote region. The man they sought was here. Yun-Seong's instincts told him that something dangerous lay here. Gazing up at the cathedral's tower, he thought to himself, was there something here even more powerful than that man? No, it had to be his imagination. He opened the door. The time for the final battle was at hand. Come on, Nightmare. Let's go.
The time is ripe. You shall become part of me. You are my first sacrifice.
Versus Nightmare. Fight!
Oh, he's almost gonna rung me out there. Can't have that happen, no, will I? You stop blocking everything. See ya.
You win!
These skills, it's all talent.
I'm impressed that you made it this far. Not bad at all. My dream is about to be realized. You, however, are not worthy of witnessing this glorious moment. Leave this place at once.
What? No time for small talk?
Versus Abyss. Fight!
Bring him out. Bring him out. Up. Oh, I just saved him again. Look at that combo. Oh, you haven't even touched the ground. See ya. See ya. No way. Pulled that back at the end. Oh, what's the range on that?
Abyss. Fight!
That's it. I held block there, sure. Oh, we're just missing each other, dude. Come on. Let's finish. There we go.
Get out of here!
You win!
Not done yet? I guess you are. This is what I look like? What I've been looking for isn't here after all. I wasn't able to truly see what it is that I was looking for. No, maybe I was just in denial of the truth. Even without that sword, I'm going to become stronger. I know I will.
The legend will
3
never
deaths. I
die.
was doing so well until I messed up a Talim. And how did I lose twice like this? Come on. Well, another curse path done. It's interesting how I went west instead of east after losing to Zasalamel. I think that's probably the only one. So, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. And until next time.